Do the Flames need Gavin McKenna more than anybody? And I think we're barking up the right tree if we say that. The great Calgary Flames, who are not great, they were on the verge of winning just their second game of the season last year. We knew there was going to be a low-scoring affair when they took on the Jets. We told you folks when we were doing sports interaction talk, you might want to jump on that under 5.5 goals. 3 goals in total end up being scored. The first by the Calgary Flames, who take a 1-0 lead into the third period and then don't just lose, but lose in regulation. Shout out Captain Sirius, Jonathan Taves.
Yeah.
First career NHL goal since coming back to play hockey. That's how that's phrased.
That's right. Shout out to Mark Scheifele, who now has like 15 goals on the season.
The Flames score a lot. The Jets score a lot of goals. The Flames do not, which remains their issue, as for the 4th straight season, they are in the bottom half of the league in scoring, and for the 2nd straight season, they are bottom 5 in scoring. This season, they are dead last in scoring. They are so offensively anemic. I can't remember if I said it on this show yesterday or on one of the other Nation hits that we did, but we're kind of on rescue Nazem Kadri watch. Nobody on that team provides offense right now other than that guy. He is the only player. Nazem Kadri is the only player with half a point per game this season for the Calgary Flames.
It's not good.
So it brings us to what you were saying off the top. It's like, do the Flames need Gavin McKenna more than anybody? And I think we're barking up the right tree if we say that.
I feel like it's a 2-team race at this point in terms of like needing Gavin McKenna. And we've talked about the other one quite a bit, the Pittsburgh Penguins, where it's just like they are in search of a direction for their franchise that does not center around an 85-year-old. And the Penguins really need that. But the Calgary Flames, they have some good young players. They need like a franchise player. They need a franchise player who can score goals and drive offense. And like that is Gavin McKenna. And if we're attaching like the Canadian aspect of it, the Western Canadian aspect of it, I feel like Gavin McKenna would be so perfect in Calgary, even if just for McDavid versus McKenna in the Battle of Alberta.
Here's the problem, though, and this shows where the Flames are right now. And I know 32 Thoughts had a great conversation about like how do they resist the urge to make the quick fix easily. You don't do the stupidest thing that you could do if you're the Calgary Flames. You're so closer to the bottom than you are to the top. And realistically, you're just like a high-end bottom third team in the NHL, if that. So no, don't go for a quick fix. But you said they need Gavin McKenna because they need an offensive star. I completely agree. But this is a team that also, just roster-wise, say they get the 2nd overall pick, they need Keaton Verhoff.
Yeah,
like they also need,
especially if Rasmus Anderson is gone, which I think that everybody is assuming that he is going to be gone. Like to any top flight elite
player.
Potential
They just don't
player,
have a star.
Correct, who is not a goaltender. Like Dustin Wolf is their star, and the main reason why there is any hope that this team could be anything.
But Dustin Wolf might be a star because he's the goalie for the Flames.
I disagree with that. Like
I think he's a really good player, but if you keep the Flames in games that are going to be 2-1 every night, then you're their best player.
Well, yeah. But I mean, like, are you saying that like he's a star because like he's getting so much attention for taking a team?
Yeah,
I'm
saying his task heightens
like how
what
impressive.
We think of him.
Yeah, fair. But that's also removing the idea that if he had gotten to the playoffs on a pretty good team and dominated, that star might be even higher.
Yeah, but he didn't get to the playoffs because his team was 4th from last in scoring, and that team is so much better than the current team on which he plays. They're just a bummer, man.
That like 4th worst, I'm pretty sure, I would have to go back and check the numbers, but I'm pretty sure they were like the 2nd worst offensive team in the league for like a majority of last year, and then like maybe got hot at the end of the year and scored a bunch.
That sounds about right. Yeah, it brings me no joy but they're not going anywhere this season. And it sounds so early in the season to say that about a team, but
it's not like a 5 or 6 game sample because this team sucked offensively last year.
And the year before were like 10th or something like that. Like they've been like 15th, 10th, 14th, 4th, 1st from last in scoring every year for a little while now.
Do you throw anybody else in like this team needs Gavin McKenna? Like in the top tier of teams that need Gavin McKenna?
I mean, it's them and it's the Penguins for sure. But boy, oh boy, would it rock if the Blackhawks got him. There's a lot of teams where
but they don't
would
need
rock
him. Yeah, because he's a player who rocks. But I feel like there are a few teams that need him, and I don't know if any team falls into that category, like Calgary and like Pittsburgh.
Yeah. What about if Columbus, with all of the centers they had, if they missed the playoffs and wound up in striking distance of the first overall pick, because you can only jump like 10 spots or whatever. But what if Columbus had a disappointing season, and with all of those centers, you then add Gavin McKenna?
Still not a level of need.
Can I interest you in Gavin McKenna, the Los Angeles King?
Still not a level of need. Like,
I mean, look at what
like
they
it would be
are.
awesome, especially with like they're gonna lose Kopitar. Like McKenna plays on the wing, but like, I mean, if they lose Kopitar and Kempe, then maybe we can have that conversation.
I mean, even if they don't, look at the rest of that team. It's not a very good team, unfortunately.
It's definitely not on the
Plus,
level of need.
Gavin McKenna in Los Angeles, like that could rock.
Yeah, like he would rock on 32 teams because he's a player who rocks.
Yeah, fair enough.
But I saw some people in the chat saying Seattle. I feel like they're too good, closer to what I'm thinking in terms of like teams that need a player to build around. Like there aren't a lot of teams that have that big of a void.
I've got one.
Nashville?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nashville has, at least they have like Philip Forsberg. But yeah, I mean, like Nashville, I think is somewhere in that conversation.
They have stars, but not stars that you're building around right now, because Gavin McKenna gives any team that gets him a direction, which is like to the moon. But right now, think of teams like Nashville that are just like rudderless. Nashville and Calgary are in similar spots, I would say, where you could be tempted to say, if we just need a couple more dollars to get this thing going. And
you got a plan. Just need some money, Arthur.
Just need a little more time, Arthur.
Here's one.
I don't know what that's from, by the way.
It's
Red
from
Dead
Red Dead
Redemption
Redemption
2.
2.
Oh, okay.
We made that joke in the season preview.
Yes.
We're talking about the Iser plan.
Oh,
Just need some money, Arthur.
honestly, I just thought that was your voice.
There was the tagline was I believe was a meme.
Yeah, it was.
I didn't even have text there. Yeah.
Yep. Here's one. I think this one could also work. What about the New York Rangers?
Oh, I was just about to say the New York Islanders, but
No, the Islanders have a
They
pipeline,
already
man.
got.
They got some cool ass players.
do they
coming.
have the guy?
Oh yeah, like I think Schaefer can be the guy.
You think?
Like Cole Eiserman's gonna rock.
Schaefer might end up leading all rookies in scoring this year, and he does not play forward.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Like, do you think? And I guess it is in Vancouver, but do you think a team with actual Stanley Cup aspirations can have a defenseman be the guy?
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
Like who? I guess.
Like,
In
in
terms
terms,
those guys once upon a time.
yeah.
I guess who recently?
Like if the Canadians are making noise, like I think like Lane Hudson is the guy for them. Obviously they have other guys like Cole Caulfield is unbelievable, comes up in all these huge moments. Suzuki's amazing, but like the guy for the Canadians, Lane Hudson is the engine for that team. Like the Vancouver Canucks,
But you're
Lane
giving me an
Hudson-
example of a team that's not there yet. I'm saying
I love Lane Hudson.
Where
but
is the proof of a team that has done it recently where their guy is not a forward?
Well, I mean, like if you're winning a Stanley Cup, like you're gonna have really, really good forwards. But like, yeah, I mean, the best player on recent Stanley Cup teams. I don't remember.
It honestly might be
off the top of my
the
head.
most recent one was probably the Kings with Doughty, but you could say that Kopitar was ahead of him at that point. But Doughty was a monster for some of those teams. You could say Duncan Keith, but like Jonathan Toews
and Kane
was the guy. I would say the last one that you could guarantee say is the 2011 Bruins, but a lot of people will say that was Tim Thomas.
Yeah, like Makar. Caleb says Makar when the Abs won.
But I mean, I would still say that McKinnon is the guy on that.
And if the Canadians do it, and you would get a lot of pushback if you say it's with Hudson being the guy, because people would say like Dobson is like they're on their first pair.
Yeah, but Dobson does not take over games the way that Lane Hudson takes over games.
Absolutely not. Correct.
And like, look at what the Canadians were. And obviously it's not just because of Lane Hudson, but look at the jump that they made last year as Hudson became the player that he was. Like, they were a different team with him taking control and taking over games.
I just got tickets for a Canadians game. I'm so excited.
I
still going next month. I'm pumped.
I just want to say still, like, I still think a team needs to have a forward be the guy. Even I don't even know if a winger can really be the guy. It seems like it is. I mean, I know that
I think in today's NHL, a winger can be the guy.
It just hasn't been in the last decade.
Not to turn this into a sports bar, but West Side Shane says McKinnon is better than Makar. I do not think so. You are entitled to your opinion. Nathan McKinnon is better than
Most
everybody
players.
except for
99.8% of players in the
the
league.
only person I am sure in the NHL is better than Nathan McKinnon is Connor McDavid.
Well, the only thing, like the only case that I would make for that argument is like a lot of people say that Makar is the best player at his position, and nobody says that McKinnon is the best player at his position.
Fair, but that's because the best player in the league is Nathan McKinnon's position.
Correct.
Yeah,
And
I
Nathan
mean, that's
McKinnon might be
like
like the
not
next
even a
best
real-
player. Yeah.
Yeah,
I just think, getting back to the why we got onto this conversation, I think the Islanders could definitely, obviously, again, everybody can use Gavin McKenna, but like, I don't think that what they have right now puts the Islanders in like they've got it figured out territory yet.
we're so
but like
stupid. How did we
they've
not-
got like a core. Like they've got a pipeline.
So did the Buffalo Sabres for a while.
How did we not say the Boston Bruins?
Fuck off. Not you, the Bruins.
I know fuck off, but they like who's there?
They definitely need it.
I mean, Pasternak is still Pasternak still has like 6 unbelievable years ahead of him. So it feels kind of asshole-ish to say all the Bruins need him as badly as some of these other teams do. But like if the Bruins want to be good again in the next 2 years, Gavin McKenna would help.
They obviously need really good young players.
Because their prospects stink.
But like again, we're talking about like the highest tier of like desperately need this guy. And I think the Bruins have a little bit more than Pittsburgh and Calgary.
If the Bruins got Gavin McKenna and he made the jump to the NHL, and you just begin next season with your second line being James Hagens centering Gavin McKenna, and
baby.
anybody else, seriously anybody else, like re-sign Victor Arvidsson, then boy, watch out for the Boston Bruins. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to What Chaos here on YouTube. You will get everything, daily episodes, player interviews, and so much more. It's all here on the What Chaos YouTube. Hit subscribe.